Smartphones have become an inseparable element of our daily lives. People use smartphones while walking, while using public transport, or even while driving. It is undeniable that smartphones have brought us massive convenience. However, research has shown that the use of mobile phones during unsuitable situations, such as driving or walking, will impair one's ability to perceive sudden events, thus leading to increased risk of accidents. The US National Safety Council has reported that 1.6 million car crashes happen annually due to mobile phone usage while driving. Undoubtedly, the usage of mobile phone on the road increases a person's reaction time towards sudden events. So, what is reaction time?
Reaction time is the time taken to carry out appropriate responses towards the appearance of a sudden stimulus. For instance, according to a research conducted by Chaudhry and Villaga, both texting and calling while performing other tasks increase one's reaction time towards unexpected situations. Because of this, we conducted a study on students from City University of Hong Kong, which aims to investigate whether texting or calling has a more impact on a person's reaction time. We hypothesized that texting will cause a greater increase in one's reaction time compared to calling. The rationale behind this hypothesis is that texting requires more visual attention on our mobile devices, whereas calling does not deter our visual attention as much. To test this hypothesis, we decided to have a questionnaire, a pre-experiment interview, followed by the experiment itself and a post-experiment interview.
Firstly, we distributed questionnaires to 90 students from City University of Hong Kong to investigate their daily habits of mobile phone usage and their perceptions of texting on a mobile phone while performing other tasks. According to the results, respondents used their mobile phones for texting and calling while taking the public transport the most, followed by walking and driving. When asked about their opinions on whether using mobile phones while walking or driving affects their response towards unexpected situations, from a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being strongly disagree and 5 being strongly agree, 92% of respondents gave a rating of 3 and above. This shows that they are aware that such behavior impairs their response towards sudden circumstances. After collecting students' perceptions through questionnaires, we invited 20 random respondents to take part in our experiment. Before the actual experiment, these participants were interviewed.
I bumped into a pole once when I was texting.
I'm testing and the stranger is testing, then we may have to dodge each other.
Yeah, definitely. You lose your concentration span.
I don't think so. I think it depends on where you are and like why you're texting. If it's like an urgent situation and you're like at a safer location, then it's fine.
Depends. When I'm walking in a shopping mall, maybe it's okay, but if it's on the street, maybe that's not really appropriate.
I think calling is better than testing, because testing you have to focus on the screen, but calling you can, like while you're making a call, you can look around.
Not really sure, because sometimes I got distracted by noises.
So now, we'll be moving on with the experiment.
The experiment investigated the reaction time of the participants with and without the presence of distractions. The materials required for this experiment are an iPad with the designated game called Ultra Reaction installed, and a mobile phone for texting and calling.
Ultra Reaction is a gaming application where the player has to tap on the blue squares as fast as possible when they appear. After tapping on 5 consecutive squares that appear, the average reaction time of the player is calculated. To investigate the effects of texting and calling on one's reaction time, the experiment is conducted in 3 rounds. In the first round, the participant plays the game without the usage of mobile phone. This acts as a control. In the second round, the participant has to text from A to Z on his or her phone whilst playing the game simultaneously. In the third round, the participant plays the game while having simple on-phone conversation with one of the experimenters.
Texting, because I have to concentrate on what I'm texting as well as the iPad. The calling one is less distracting because your hands are not occupied.
Like texting wasn't as bad because I was typing out the alphabets and I actually know the alphabet location by heart. But like when I'm calling someone, I have to perform cognitive processing, so that was harder.
From the experiment, we found that the average reaction time of the texting group is the longest, which is 34% longer than the control group, while the average reaction time of the calling group is 23% longer than the control group. Hence, we can conclude that both texting and calling increase the reaction time. As compared to calling, texting has a more significant effect on the delay in reaction time. Transition between primary tasks and secondary tasks can take up our productive brain time, which in turn slow down our responses towards sudden events. As supported by other studies, texting is categorized as visual distraction task, whereas calling is a cognitive distraction task. When a person is texting, the frequency of observing the phone screen increases, causing a decrease in the frequency of visual scanning the roadway and the environment. As a result, the person performing texting will have a longer reaction time as compared to calling.
However, there are certain limitations to our study. As we only target 20 experiment subjects, the results are not a comprehensive representation for students of City University. To improve, we should conduct our research on a larger scale within the campus. Moreover, other factors such as the mental state of participants on the day of the experiment and the personal habits of mobile phone usage may also affect the results obtained.
Based on our findings, both texting and calling have negative impact on our reaction time in response to external stimulus. Especially texting has a more adverse effect. Therefore, we would like to urge the general public to reduce their mobile phone usage while walking or driving for the safety of all. So now, do you think texting can wait?